We're going to be using today an Island Packet 32 Scholarship, one of our basic level, intermediate level training boats. And Captain Don on board is going to be instructing, and Rita, the student, is going to be at the helm. And I'll be on board as a line handler. When we do this, initially we're going to go out of the slip, turn left, and then turn right and go out through the fairway. So come on, let's get started.
Get their dock line secured, and Rita, we're just going to wait until Tom's ready for us.
Leaving a slip with wind from astern or wind from our left side is going to make it hard for us to make a left turn with that dock across the way. So we'll use a spring line, midship spring line, to help with that turn. Secure it to this cleat. And I'm going to bring it forward, and I'm going to put it around this outer piling. I'm going to put it around this piling this direction so that my free end is here.
Yeah, he's going to use the spring line to take us out. So when we go out, you'll start making your turn, and we'll just go real slow, and he's going to really, he'll turn the boat. And we're good. Yes, and yeah, and we're going to be turning the boat using this spring line. And you can start to slowly make your turn. It's going to keep us very close to the piling, so you can start to turn as you can.
So I have to watch my right forward, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're doing a good job with it. Straighten your wheel a little bit so we get past this pole. See how that turning's around the pole? Now make your turn a little bit more. And Tom's adjusting that boat, and that line, and that'll actually steer the boat around. We're starting to turn already. Staying forward. And our bow is almost clear, staying forward. And he's lengthening the line a little bit to get us past this pole. And we're pretty much clear. And our line is secure, and we're clear.
Spring is off, clear.
And we can head right on out. Thank you, Tom. Good job.
So what's our docking plan, Ken?
Okay, we're going to go past our slip and back here into the corner. And we're going to do the same sequence. It's going to be stay over to the side a little bit more. Ready to go up near that piling. And after we pass it, ready to go neutral, hard to starboard, and reverse.
Okay.
And back into neutral. And after we get past the pole, you're going to go hard to starboard, which you turn to your right. And then as soon as you get turned over, you're going to go into a reverse. And that's going to start the whole process underway.
Now?
Not yet, just go a little bit further. Okay, good. Hard to starboard. And then reverse, yep. Nice. Okay, back into forward. Looks good. Neutral reverse. Trying to get a little help from the wind on our bow right now, so neutral and forward. One more reverse. And when we come out of this reverse, we're going to go very slow forward. Now look up to where your slip is. See the green pole? We're going to go up to that green pole. We're going to turn hard to starboard. And once you get turned to starboard, we're just going to...
Green pole is my first pole.
That's your first pole in your slip, yes. And when we get to that, you're going to make your hard to starboard, and we're going to just wait until the back of the boat gets even with that same piling, and then we're going to start our reverse. And the first reverse is going to be strong enough to get the boat moving. Let's go into neutral. Strong enough to go into to get the boat moving will be your first reverse, and after that everything is going to be very subtle. Okay, now take a look up where we're going. You see our slip up there? We're going to go up to that very slow. And when the bow gets even with that first piling into our slip, we're going to do a hard to starboard. And we're just going to wait until the stern comes around, and then we're going to start our reverse. So you're doing great. Your speed is good. We want to be about a boat width away so we have room to swing our stern in. Now we're getting close to it. So start to straighten up. You're neutral.
Yes.
Come out just a little bit further. You want to be about a boat width away. Start to make your turn to the starboard. All the way over, all the way over. And then we're going to do part of a standing turn to get us back into the slip.
Okay, I'm hard to the right.
Okay, get ready for your reverse and do it now. And once it gets moving, stay in reverse, but go slow. Neutral and forward, and that'll kick the stern over with your prop walk. That's enough. And back in reverse. Now everything's going to be very subtle. Start it in reverse, get it moving. Once it gets moving, ease up on it, but stay in reverse. And now neutral and forward. And that'll help get lined up. That's enough. Okay, everything's going to be very subtle. Back into reverse. And look behind you. Get it moving. A little further, a little harder in reverse. Good. Stay in reverse and just ease up on it a little bit. And let it drift. Nice. Going neutral forward. Good. That's enough. And everything's going to be very subtle, Rita. Take it back into reverse. Look behind you at that next pole. Good. And we just want to take this nice and slow. Give Tom a chance to get our lines on. And now neutral forward. And back into reverse again. Look behind you at that pole. That's your target. You're doing great. Look where you are. You're almost all the way in. Good job.
Forward now?
Yeah, let's do one more forward to kick the stern over. Good, and back in reverse again. And now we're going to stay in reverse because we've got our bow lines on. Let's do one more forward just to kick it over a little bit. Good, and now back in reverse. And just a very slow reverse. Good. And Tom's going to lengthen out our spring line to get us back into our slip. Our bow lines are on. Mission accomplished. Good job.
Forward now, or are we?
Yeah, let's do another forward. Every time you go forward, it's going to kick your stern that way. And just hold it in slow reverse. Good. Nice job.
We're going to demonstrate for strong wind conditions if we want to back into the slip. We'll show how we do what we call a Waterman spring. If you want to back in single-handed, it's a good way to go. I see a lot of the watermen down here do it actually that way, where there's one guy on the boat. We're going to put a spring line on the stern cleat when we're next to one of the pilings, and we'll back in on that spring line and use it to turn the boat in line with the slip.
Okay, Rita, we're going to go right alongside of our slip and use what we call Waterman's Turn. And what we're going to do is this would be something to use in very strong wind conditions. And we're going to get the side of the boat right at the midship alongside the second pole in our slip. We're going to take the line off, put it down to our stern cleat. And you're going to keep the boat in reverse. Once everything is hooked up, you're going to keep the boat in reverse. That's going to put tension on that line. And we're going to be able to work the boat right around that piling. Now, after we get around the piling and we're in safely, you're going to have your wheel hard to starboard. And at one point, you're just going to continue doing it the way we have been doing it. Now, since we're going to be pivoting around that pole, we don't want to go past it. Get it up a little bit, go past it a little bit further. And we have to leave room for the stern of the boat to swing. So just staying forward just for a few more seconds again. And we're going to take that line back to our stern cleat. We're fine. Okay? Good. That power that speed is very good, right about there. Yeah, and you get your wheel hard to starboard because eventually you're going to end up docking the boat just the way we normally have. The line is doing the steering right now, so it doesn't matter where your wheel is, but you're going to need it in starboard, so we'll put it there. Okay,
Spring is
now
off.
you're going to be docking it from here. Just do your forward reverse, take it on a little forward just to kick it over, and back in reverse again. And look back to the next pole, kind of concentrate on that. Good, and now we're going to get our spring line on. And so you'll stay in reverse and that'll tighten everything up for us.
Spring is on, bow is on.
Spring lines on, bow lines are on, just stay in reverse and then we can put our stern lines on whenever we get around to it. Good job, Rita.